What's up, everybody? We are in Kokomo, Indiana. I've got Matt from Pop Evil. How's it going, man?
Going great, man. Got some food on the grill.
Oh, yeah, that was
ready to chow down.
Nice, nice. Man, just met up with Mindset Evolution recently today, last couple days. What Rob tells me that you guys did, man. How excited are you guys to get on the road with Mindset Evolution, play some shows?
It's good, man. We've done shows with them before. I mean, it should be a good time.
Cool. Awesome. And the new album's out. It's been out since April, May. Onyx, great album. Great material, great stuff, man. It looks like fans are loving it, eating it up, man.
Yeah, we're really proud of it, man. It's our third album, our best to date, you know, in our opinion. So, yeah, we haven't been seeing anything but good things of it. You know, our first single went to #1, and that was our first #1 that we've ever had. So, we've got our second single out now, Deal with the Devil, and hopefully that'll do the same.
Yeah, everything that I've seen and heard, Deal with the Devil's doing great. I mean, it seems like for the most part, most singles you guys put out, especially off this new record, they all seem to do really well. Fans always seem to really take to your material and your songs really well.
It's good, man. That's what we hope for.
Yeah, and I think it's because you write about stuff that people can relate to really well. You know, and I think that's really important in music. You know, if you write stuff that you're just writing it to write, people aren't really gonna, you know, obviously they're not gonna connect to it very well, and you guys don't do that.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. It's every once in a while it's fun to write a song about, you know, slamming some chicks, and,
right?
You know, getting drunk or whatever. But we try to write about stuff that affects us in our lives, and in turn it tends to, you know, really connect with the fans and stuff like you're saying. So
awesome. But yeah, man, there's something about the Midwest, you know, Michigan, where you guys are from, Indiana, Iowa, where I'm from, Illinois. Rock and roll seems to do better, and the fans always seem to be, you know, connect with rock and roll a lot better in those states. I don't know if it's the blue collar feel or, you know, just more, you know, 40-hour week working people out this area, but it's like this is rock and roll country, the bread and butter.
Yeah, we've noticed the same thing growing up too, you know, being from Michigan and everything like that. I think it's a lot of it is because there isn't anything else to do.
True.
Yeah.
It's like listen to music, go to Walmart, go to movies, and drink. It's like what there is to do in small town Midwest.
Or you could be a meth head, you know.
You could. There's a lot of that. There is a lot of that, it seems.
Yeah. In fact, we ran into some last night and bought some puppies off of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Had some meth heads come up to us in the Walmart parking lot, and they had a bunch of puppies that they were trying to pawn off, I guess, to get more drugs or something. So we bought them up, called the police, and turned them in.
I was gonna say, what'd you do with the puppies? That answers that question. Yeah. So, how many puppies were there? I'm just curious.
They had 3 with them, and they said they had like 9 more back at their house. So
wow,
it's pretty interesting.
I don't know how Matt has got that many puppies.
Yeah, they probably stole them.
No, I saw you guys at Rock on the Range earlier this year. It was finally my first time seeing you guys. I was supposed to see you at Trespass America last year. I just wasn't able to. But your guys' stage shows, high energy, high intensity. You're always working the crowd.
We try to, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Lee stood on some of the crowd for part of that show. What do you guys do to get ready for a show? Get it, you know, channel that energy and get in that mindset. Do anything special, anything different?
We all take about, you know, a half hour before the show starts, and if we have like friends or family up on the bus or TV on or whatever, all that goes off, we just get ready together, like the 5 of us as a band, you know, come together, kind of feed off each other. During the day, we don't really run into each other a whole lot. I know it seems weird because we all live on a bus together, but we all kind of do our own thing. But yeah, we just take that time to prepare and, you know, get our minds ready for the show.
Nice.
Do the best that we can.
Nice. Well, I mean, I'd imagine when you're traveling together on a bus, together 24/7, playing shows together every night, you got to have some time away from each other if you're going to stay sane.
Yeah.
You know? But this new record, Onyx, you know, it seems some of the instrumentals on it, maybe it seems like you maybe experimented a little bit with some of it. There's a little bit of, you know, maybe electronic on some of it. There's some, Lee's doing some spitting rapping lyrics on some of the songs, it seems like. What led you guys to go down that road on this one?
Well, we've had a lot of things change since the last album that we did. You know, even the last album, we didn't have the full label support that we would have liked. You know, we started recording it, and the guys were kind of like telling us that they weren't going to push the album, so it lost a lot of momentum. This time we went in, you know, with like a solid 2 months, knowing what we wanted to do, what we wanted to get out of it, and not to mention we've got 2 new members in the band since the last album, so their influences and stuff that really affected just the way that we write together.
Awesome.
Changed the formula a little bit.
Awesome. Coming off of the last album cycle, we're heading into writing this one. Like you said, there's some lineup changes, a couple new guys in the band. How exactly does a lineup change affect you guys' writing style when you go into record a new album, right?
Well, for one thing, we've got a new lead guitar player, so it's like his approach to riffs and his approach to solos and stuff like that is dramatically different than from person to person to person. So it's going to vary. And then part of our goal was to have some of our songs be a little more danceable on this one, like Trenches, Deal with the Devil, get up and jump to them.
Divide really is, I think.
Divide for sure. So and that's all rhythm section right there. Having Chachi on board as our drummer. If it were our last drummer, it probably wouldn't sound the same as it does now.
Okay. Well, now at Rock on the Range a couple years ago, I saw a video online. You guys ripped up your major label contract on stage at Rock on the Range. That's like the biggest rock stage in the country every year. Is that something you guys had planned, or was that kind of spur of the moment? And why did you guys decide to do that on that stage?
We had talked about it, and a lot of it had to do with what I just told you about them. Kind of pulling one over on us on War of Angels. Like they say, "Oh, we got your back," whatever you guys want to do on this album, and then halfway through it, they kind of pulled the plug on it. We started shopping around looking for a different label. So we ended up having to buy that album off of them. Wow. Just, they put us through the ringer for nothing. Like signed us basically just to not do anything. That was a lesson.
It sounds like there's a couple labels now that are doing that with rock. There's a couple labels that are going more towards like maybe pop or hip hop, and they're not doing a lot with rock. And a lot of those artists are leaving, going to maybe E1 or Century Media or other labels. And to me, it seems like there's a lot of labels that are really rising up and becoming great rock labels now. I think E1 is one of those.
Yeah, it's a lot of these independent labels. E1 has been great with us. Independent or underground labels, really have what it takes these days to break rock bands, because bigger labels are looking to spend big money and make big money back, like quick. And the way you get that is with singles. The way that pop songs work and rap songs and stuff like that. They don't put out an album, they put out a single at a time, and it's like all they live for is that single to push to the top, for this amount of time, and then that's it. That's all they care about. With the rock band, it's a little different. You have to sort of develop a story with them. Go from this album to this album to this album. This progression is, you build a band. You don't just have a band come out overnight.
Absolutely. So with this tour, supporting the new album, about 4 or 5 months since the album has been released. It's had time to get some singles out. How much of the new album are you playing live as compared to maybe War of Angels, Lipstick and Mirror? How are you picking the set list this time around?
It's kind of hard to pick like how we want to do it. For the most part, we're doing at least like half all new stuff, and then the other half between Lipstick on the Mirror and War of Angels. We really want to, experiment with our new sound and everything, and let it be heard for what it is. Get the new stuff out there, have people hear it. Awesome. That's the direction we want to go. So.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Appreciate it.
Calm Evil, Onyx. Don't download it. Don't pirate it. Don't buy it. The physical copy. It's just better.
That's it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, brother.
See you out there.